Hello everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. We're not going to be wasting so much time today because I know everybody's busy. And of course, frankly, this life is almost not planned, but we're going to make it work. It's usual. Okay, so thank you for joining me. If you don't mind, just pop in your name on the comment section and exactly where you are joining me from, okay? Just pop in your name and where you're joining me from, just so I know your location and exactly who I'm speaking with. That will be great, okay? How are we doing? How are we doing? Is everything with you? Thank you. Drop your name and exactly your location. And if you can hear me loud and clear, please, that will be great. Hello, Patrick and Madu. Hello. It's nice to have you here. Okay. Please, before we go ahead, try to invite every person which you think will benefit from this right now. Please, okay? Because the important thing about being live is the fact that you can actually ask your question and then get your answer like immediately instead of just dropping the question on the video and then I having to come back after a while to answer you. So live sessions are more interactive. So that's why at times I just want to do some things live instead of just filming and updating the video. Hello, Debra Moyo. Thank you for joining. Hello, Akudo. Thank you for joining. So we'll be going right into the list very soon, okay? But let's just thank you so much for joining. How are we doing? So I understand all the panic that's been going on about healthcare workers not being able to come in after spring. But then the good news there is that at least from now to spring, they can still come in, right? And then employers that actually do need these people are still recruiting. Hello, Oge. It's nice to have you here as well. It's nice to have you. Thank you for joining. So employers are still recruiting, okay? So NHS is still trying their best to recruit as much as they can. Hello, Akudo from Bangor. Thank you for joining, okay? So while we go on today, don't forget to drop in your questions or call me back if you need me to recount any other thing, okay? I have a very long list here. Okay, don't forget to like this video, okay? So YouTube can as well recommend it to every other person that might be needing this information, okay? All right, don't forget to like the video, and thank you guys so much for joining. So we're already 3 minutes into the video. We're just gonna go ahead. I don't want to keep you too long. So there is something that has gone on, right, guys? So NHS, I feel like they are actually tired of doing this whole recruitment process themselves because believe me, it's actually very tedious trying to recruit people from outside, especially internationally. It is quite tedious. At times they get, tired and the whole process of COS and getting people their visas and all that. So I feel like it's been a lot of strain and burden on the HR. So they've decided to do what? Guys, now this is the good news. They decided to come up with a list of agencies to now take over their recruitment process for them. Okay? When this news came out initially, people were like, are you sure this is not scam? Can this be true? And all those many misconceptions that usually come up with new information. But guys, now we have seen that this is not scam. This is a list from the NHS themselves, though they have put out a disclaimer that in this list, they will not be putting out the exact trust that they will not be putting out the exact trust on the site, okay? But at the point of the interview, be told the exact trust that is recruiting, okay? So I'll be telling you all about this list. It's a very long list. I'll be giving you as many as I can, as long as this live can last. This live session can last. And then you can go ahead to check them out yourself, sending your applications, contact them, sending emails, call them, do whatever you can do to get yourself across to these agencies, okay? So it is their job to recruit internationally. So it is your responsibility now to make use of this opportunity while you can. We still have up to 3 months before spring. And even at that, until when spring comes and these laws finally get like full in force, is still not there, okay? So you are still able to get your job and get down to the UK. You're still able to attend your interviews. Nobody knows what is going to happen. You understand the amount of pressure that the Home Secretary has come under because of the announcement he made. So I still feel that there might be some loopholes as regards the announcement, but I'm not too sure. It's not for me to say. But at least from now till then, there is still the opportunity for you to secure a job, okay? So if these things are being put out online, it simply means that they are still there, okay, guys? They are still there. So the list I'm talking about this evening is a list called the Ethical Recruiters List. Ethical Recruiters List. So this is a list of recruitment agencies, recruitment organizations and agencies, and collaborations that operate in accordance with the revised code of practice. Okay, so this is a group of organizations and agencies, and these people now, they have to go through a lot of scrutiny by the NHS to make sure that these people actually know what they are doing. And finally, the NHS has brought out this list of recruiters and this list of agencies that will now be in charge of recruitment for them. So just in case maybe some of the jobs you're looking out for, you're not able to find them anymore on the job.nhs site, it may be because now it's been taken over by this set of agencies that are now in charge of recruiting for the NHS, okay? So I'll be giving you a list of these agencies as much as I can. Now, these agencies are not just recruiting for healthcare assistants, bear in mind. They are recruiting, like their recruitment is cut across a lot of professions. So they are doing for nurses, they are doing for midwives, they are doing for healthcare assistants, they are doing for social workers, they are also doing for doctors, okay? Mostly, like the top jobs that they do recruit for in the NHS, okay? Like this certain health professionals, doctors, nurses, midwives, healthcare assistants, and social workers, okay? So those are the people that they are recruiting for. I'm just going to read out something here for you before we go right into the list. Hello, Somoma, thank you for joining. So here it says recruitment organizations, agencies or collaborations that have successfully applied to the ethical recruitment list will receive a letter confirming blah, blah, blah. So these people have to go through a lot to even get accepted into this list. So the NHS employers does not provide organization, agencies, or collaboration with acquiring business and cannot advise on individual queries or processing. So you'll be dealing directly with these agencies now. Okay? So I am going to go straight into the agencies. There are so many. There are over 100 agencies here that has been approved. And I'll be leaving the link to this exact site at the description part of this video. So just in case you're not able to get whatever I say, or maybe I'm too fast, you can click the description part of this video whenever it goes live. Like at the end of it, you will find the exact link, okay? I'll be leaving the link there for you. But I'll be listing out some of them. So some of the agencies are recruiting just for doctors and nurses, while some are recruiting both doctors, nurses, healthcare assistants, and the rest of them. So on it, you have number one that will actually pertain to us. This one that is recruiting healthcare assistants, dentists, doctors, healthcare scientists, midwives, and nurses is the one called the HBTC. HBTC. So when I send this list, when I send this link, all you have to do is click on that HBTC, and it's going to take you straight into the site of the agency. That's exactly what I'm doing on my system. Fine. So once you click on it, it takes you straight into it. All you have to do is accept the cookies, and in it says international candidates. I'm just going to, I wish I could actually share my screen with you on this live session. But here, don't mind me, I will soon get used to this thing. So you see, it opens up, and when it does, you go straight into the part that says international candidates. Okay? So when you click that, you will find moving to the UK, relocation support, what you need to do, living costs, everything which you need to know about this. So once you click the site, you go straight, look for the part that says international candidates. It is their job to recruit international candidates. Now, when they say international candidate, it does not mean that you must be in you must be outside the UK. So this also involves those who are also in the UK who are in need of certificate of sponsorship. Okay, so in case you're watching this video and you're in the UK, you're in need of certificate of sponsorship, these recruiters can also recruit you as an international candidate, and that way you get offered your certificate of sponsorship. So I've opened this one here. You can see their website. It says they offer locum services, permanent services, and then international candidate services. So all you have to do is click on it, and then you find their recruitment process. Okay, you send in your application. You can also see their email and their contact us. It even says clearly, upload your CV to register with us. So you can go ahead and just send in your already well-drafted CV. So this is number one. We have so many lists, so I'm just going to be very fast. So this is number one of the list. I just opened that one so we can see. Another very important one here, which I saw, which I also liked, is the Health Connects Limited. Okay? Health Connects Limited. Oh, thank you so much. From Brookland, of course. Thank you for joining. Yes, so if you check out the Health Connects Limited, they offer services. They offer recruitment services for both nurses, healthcare assistants, just those two, okay? These people offer for just nurses and healthcare assistants. And if you open their site, it says job search for nurses, and then you can find job search for healthcare assistants. So click on the part that says healthcare assistance and we'll see what opens up. Connect with job opportunities in the healthcare. What we offer, okay? When you go down, you see what we offer. So these people will offer you complimentary career advisory services, visa, immigration, and sponsorship support for you and your family members. Guys, isn't this what we're looking for? Okay, so while we're busy running around looking for these things in the NHS website, we didn't realize that they have given out these contracts to different agencies. Now this list is out, so please, if you know anybody who wants to like try within these last 3 months to at least secure a job, send them this video, okay? Or send them this list. Even if they don't want anything, send them the list. Let them be able to click on this list and send in their application while they still can, okay? You never can tell. This might just be their last opportunity to get this before it finally closes, all right? So they offer what? They offer complimentary career advice. They offer visa, immigration, and sponsorship support for you and your family members. They also offer accommodation support services, and then managing and arranging travel itinerary for overseas candidates. So this is just to let you know that these people specialize in recruitment from outside the UK, okay? So this one is the Health Connects Recruitment. Health Connects Recruitment. Check them out, guys. Check them out. This is one of the best when I was going through them. Check them out. And they have a very good review rate. So let's keep going down on the list as well. If you have any question or if you need me to go back on anyone, just drop your question and I will go back. And then there's the Hostlink Agency Limited. Hostlink Agency Limited. When you open this link, you will see that I'm missing out. I'm skipping some of them. Those are the ones that doesn't necessarily partake to us. Those are the ones that mostly providing for doctors and nurses, okay? So I understand that most persons who are watching this video might be watching in regards to the healthcare assistant role. So that's why I'm not emphasizing on the nursing parts. So if we go to the Hostlink Agency Limited, now these people offer recruitment for nurses, allied health professionals, healthcare assistants, social workers, and senior care workers, okay? Senior care workers. So if you click on Hostlink Agency Limited, waiting for it there to open. So when it opens, you will find their HR platform, employee evaluation software, employee payroll, and all that, and then you find the contact us, okay? So in them, all you have to do is contact them directly. Hello, Clesty. Thank you for joining. All you have to do is contact them directly. So I'll keep giving you this list. There are so many. Now, I will tell you a trick. Please don't just send to 5 people and feel that you've done too many. Okay? This list is big. Send to as many as possible. As soon as you have your CV, you have a cover letter. What's the point of saying, oh, I've sent to 5, let me stop? Send to as many as you can, like scatter the thing for them. Just send them, so that at least you will get response from, if nothing, at least 5. If out of this 100 persons you're able to get response from 5, I'm sure you'll be able to get a good um a good remark from the interview. Okay, so there are so many of them. Another one that also offers for healthcare assistants is the IMC Locums Limited. IMC's Locums Limited. They also offer for healthcare assistants and senior healthcare assistants. And there's another one now which is known as the Job Roots UK Limited. Job Roots UK Limited. Now, these people were previously known as Skilled Worker International. Okay, they were known as Skilled Worker International, but now they are now known as Job Roots UK Limited. So click on them. They offer recruitment now for nurses, allied health professionals, healthcare assistants, and senior carers. Okay, and senior carers. So click and you go straight into their website. So it says looking for a job in the UK on work visa. You click on that part. All right. So on their site, you can see it says your trusted international recruitment partner. These are the people that are recruiting for the NHS, health and care worker visa, job seekers, employers, international students, and everything. They are offering job sponsorship for you. Okay, so what are they doing? They are bridging the gap between you coming to get a job with the COS and then the NHS. The NHS don't want to deal with all the stress again of getting you the COS. Now they've provided these middlemen. So this is their job. They know everything they're supposed to do. So check them out now, guys, and make use of it before we don't know what will happen after spring. All right. So once you open their site, always go straight to the part that says looking for a job on a work visa. Okay. Click on that part. Yes. Looking for employment, we are on the job. Fine. And then you go ahead and send in your application. Health and care worker recruitment from different places. Okay. UK shortage occupation jobs. They offer all these services and all the visas which they offer. Okay. So click submit your resume to begin your job search today. All right. That is it on that one. I will keep going on the list, so we can see how many of this list we will be able to cover this evening, because there are so many. I'm very sure we can't cover all of them. But like I promised, I'll be leaving the link to the list for yourself. But when you're searching them, don't just send. Make sure you check exactly which professionals this exact agency is recruiting for, okay? So you're not busy sending to somebody who is only recruiting for social workers when you are a healthcare assistant. So there is Adeline Recruits. Adeline Recruit is recruiting for nurses, healthcare assistants, and senior care workers. Okay? Adeline Recruits. They are recruiting for nurses, healthcare assistants, and senior care workers. And another one that concerns us is Antona Limited. Atona Limited. Atona Limited. Athona. Atona Limited. They are also recruiting for allied health professionals, doctors, healthcare assistants, midwives, and nurses, okay? So even there are some nurses back home that are complaining that they've gotten their IELTS, they've gotten their CBT for a very long time, and they've not been able to get employers. These are a list of employers now that are recruiting, okay? You can also send them this. And then there is Aziz Recruitment. Everybody knows Aziz. Aziz has been on everybody's lips. It's one of the major recruitments as well. So Aziz is also on this list, and they are recruiting for the WNHS, okay? So they are recruiting both for doctors, dentists, healthcare assistants, senior carers, nurses, social workers, okay? Aziz is a well-known and renowned recruitment agencies. So you can also send them. They are also on this list. And there is also Bethel Innovation Limited. Bethel Innovation Limited. They are also recruiting for healthcare assistants, healthcare scientists, midwife, nurses, senior care workers, and the social workers. Okay? So they are also offering these services. And another one on the list is the Bravo International Consultant. Bravo International Consultants. They are also recruiting for both nurses and healthcare and senior carers. Then there is the EBS Instant Care. I know these people very, very well. The EBS Instant Care, because I've had a dealing with them in the past. Yes, EBS Instant Care. They are also a very good recruitment agency right now. And they are also recruiting allied health professionals, doctors, healthcare assistants, midwives, senior care workers, and social workers. Okay, EBS is also one of the trusted ones. So click on them, check their site out, and send in your applications. Okay, these are people that are well trusted as when it has to do with international recruitment. This is their job, this is what they do. So this is like an 11-page list. We'll not be able to cover it. But then I'm just going to read out something out here just so we know. So, health and social care employing organizations, including the NHS and private providers of health and social care services, are urged to only use recruitment organizations, agencies, or collaborations which appear on this list. Okay? So now they've warned them not to use other people. They are supposed to only use recruitment agencies which appear on this list, which is the list I'm giving you today. So although inclusion on the list does not imply that they belong to a group that either prefers suppliers or recommended by NHS employers or Department of Health and Social Care, but this is the list that they're going to be standing from. So if you're getting employed by an agency and that agency is not on this list, go and check it out. Check them very well. Make sure they are actually sponsored and actually licensed to be able to recruit you, okay? So they have been encouraged to only use recruiters and agencies that are on this list. The list is an 11-page list. It's very, very long. I'm just going to give you as much as I can give you today, but I'll be leaving the link for you there. If you need this job, as I'm sure you should be needing it, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're interested either in this or you know somebody who does need this, please send them this link. Send them the link of this video so they can watch this video, click the link and get this list and begin to send in the application. That's all you have to do, guys. Send in your application. And when you're doing this, ensure that the CV which you're sending is actually a CV that will make you stand out. Okay? Make sure you're sending a CV that will make you stand out. Don't just send a CV that is half cooked or half baked and then they'll just toss it outside, because you're not the only person applying for this job. Bear that in mind, that there is going to be a lot of persons submitting and applying for this job. So try to make sure that your CV is actually worth it. If you're still having any problem with your CV, you need help with um CV and all that, please send an email to me. I can also help. So God's grace, thank you for joining. No, this list is specifically for those who are seeking employment with the trust or the health services in the health sector. Okay, it has nothing to do with the teachers recruitment. Okay, the teachers recruitment will have everything to do with the schools. All right, but it has absolutely nothing to do with this one is just for healthcare workers. Either you want to come and work both in the private sector or in the NHS, but mostly the NHS, because this list came out from the NHS. But some of the agencies I'm seeing here are also people who are also recruiting for private organizations as well, but they have nothing to do with the teachers recruitment. So let's go to the next page. There are so many of them, so many of them. I don't even believe that these people here, some names I'm seeing here, are actually recruiting from outside. I'm seeing the likes of NurseDoc. NurseDoc is an agency I used to work with here in the UK. So they are also here now in the list. Okay? I don't understand what you mean by the increase in COS. Does it apply to teachers recruitment? You understand that if you're coming to the UK, are you coming as a teacher trainee, or are you coming as a teacher who already secure a job? You know, there are two methods people coming as teachers to the UK. At times they come in as a teacher trainee and then eventually switch to become to get the job and then become a teacher. I've done a video on that as well. Or did you secure a job as a teacher before coming in? So if you can clarify that part also while we're still going down on the list. So NurseDoc is an agency I've also worked with here in the UK. Like I did agency with them a couple of times. It's a very good organization as well. So they are also recruiting for healthcare assistants, healthcare scientists, nurses, senior carers as well. So NurseDoc is another good one you should check out, okay? NurseDoc is another good one you should check out. There is also Pristine Healthcare Solution. Pristine Healthcare Solution. Pristine is recruiting for nurses, healthcare assistants, and social workers. Okay, so if you know any nurse, if you know a social worker, send them this video. Pristine is recruiting for both nurses, healthcare assistants, and social workers. And then there is this one, the Rich Health Recruitment. Rich Health Recruitment. They are recruiting for almost everything, literally. They are recruiting for healthcare professionals, dentists, doctors, healthcare scientists, midwives, senior carers, social workers, physiotherapists, radiographers as well. Okay? Radiographers, senior carers, social workers, physiotherapists, midwives, nurses, and doctors. This is the Rich Health Recruitment. Rich Health Recruitment. Okay, so when you're going through the list, look out for Rich Health Recruitment. Empowering healthcare through global recruitment. All right. So they are among one of the best as well because they cut across a lot of professions. They cut across a lot of professions, okay? So you can click on them, go to browse jobs. And when you click the browse job, you can find nursing job, healthcare assistant job, jobs in London, job in Wales, job in Scotland, view all location, like just so many. I'm just going to click on the healthcare assistant jobs just to see what they have. So under healthcare assistant job, you can find healthcare support, health assistant with visa sponsorship, guys. Healthcare assistant, and this is in Northeast United Kingdom, okay? There's another one, healthcare support with visa assistant, visa sponsorship as well. So there's so many, guys. This is in Yorkshire. This is in East Midland, United Kingdom, West Midland, United Kingdom, East of England, United Kingdom, London, Southeast United Kingdom, Southwest United Kingdom, Wales, United Kingdom. So just click on them and search for yourself, depending on the location you want to go to. Okay? So they are still recruiting. Let's go back to our list. Don't forget to drop your questions. Okay? Grace, ideally, the certificate of sponsorship is not supposed to be paid by the person coming in. You know that all the while when the fee for certificate of sponsorship came out. Oh, I get your question now. That is not what you're paying for, okay? So the £38,000 that was announced by the government is not for the certificate of sponsorship. That's not what it's for. The £38,000 that was announced by the government is the annual pay which your employer is supposed to pay you, the staff who is coming to work. If you get what I mean. In the UK, everybody has like an annual gross pay. So the government, the announcement they made, which is going to take effect from spring next year, is the fact that before a recruiter will be able to employ you down here, the recruiter must be willing to pay you at least £38,000 at the end of a year. Okay, that is not a certificate or sponsorship fee. All right, because ideally, as a staff coming over to work, you are not supposed to pay a dime for certificate or sponsorship. All right, that was just all the things that went on, which is one of the reasons now why the visa is going through a lot of scrutiny, because people were beginning to pay for certificate of sponsorship, which was which was a fraudulent activity. Is not supposed to be so. So £38,000 is not the fee for certificate of sponsorship. It's supposed to be your salary in a year. Okay, so the challenge people had is a lot of employers are not willing to pay that amount of money. So then it's going to reduce the number of employers who are willing to recruit people from outside to come over, because of course they cannot afford £38,000. I don't know if I made any sense. Okay, exactly, that's what we're saying. So that yearly annual pay of 38,000 is going to discourage a lot of persons. But we cannot, let's not be too forward. We're just going to have to hold on till it actually becomes a law. Okay? Until it becomes a law in spring, it's still not a law yet. So employers are still going to be able to employ people based on the standing £18,000, which is what they've been employing so far. And I'm sure any employer who is actually desperate in need of staff will want to hurry it up this period before they meet that threshold of £38,000, because frankly, they cannot be able to afford that money. Okay? Half of the people in the UK don't get paid £38,000. So who is going to be recruiting a healthcare assistant coming down over with £38,000? I don't know. But then we can't say anything until it becomes a law. Right now, it's still not a law. It's just out there. It was an announcement they made. And if you're also listening to some of the videos that have been going around, I've made some videos on them as well. The Home Secretary cleverly has been trying to, paraphrase and rephrase and whatever, trying to throw more light on exactly what they meant by that. Okay, so until spring, when it becomes a law, it's still not a law yet. So for now, make use of what is available before it becomes a law. Nobody knows if it's going to actually if it's going to stand or if it's not going to stand. Okay, so that's just what it is right now. So but for now, it affects everybody. The £38,000, no, it's mostly for those on the health and care worker visa. So if you're coming in as a teacher, you're not coming in under the health and care worker visa, so it should not affect a teacher. Okay, but then teachers too don't get up to £8,000, so do they? So I just went back to the list. Okay, and I'm actually on the 3rd page now. On the 3rd page, you have International Hospitality Recruitment Limited. International Hospitality Recruitment Limited. Now, these people recruit both for nurses, doctors, health midwives, healthcare assistants, senior carers, social workers, and dentists. Okay, that is International Hospitality Recruitment Limited. So check them out. And then we'll also move forward to another people recruiting for senior carers is the Insignia Global Partners Limited. Insignia Global Partners Limited. They are recruiting for both nurses, doctors, midwives, healthcare assistants, senior carers, and social workers. Okay. Another one is the skills for nurses. Skills for nurses are recruiting for nurses, doctors, midwives, healthcare scientists, healthcare assistants, and dentists. Then there is the Envatis Consultancy Limited. I remember Envatis clearly because as at 2018, when I was looking for a job in the UK, this was the first agency that offered me a job in the NHS somewhere in London. So I remember them clearly. Envatis Consultancy Limited. They were the first agency that offered me a job. That was in 2018. Back then, there were so many jobs. So people were literally running after you, okay? So they were among the first persons that offered me a job then. So they are tested, they are proven. And Vatis Consultancy Limited. So they are also recruiting for the NHS, and they so tired. They are recruiting for nurses, allied health professionals, midwives, healthcare assistants, social workers, and senior care workers. Okay, Envatis is a good one you should check out. Okay, check out Envatis. They are good. There are so many people I'm just passing. The ones I've gone to their site, I don't understand what's on their site. I'm just passing them. So I'm literally just reading the ones that their site is functional, and you can find the part that confirms that they're going to be recruiting internationally and offering a certificate of sponsorship. So those are the ones I'm actually reading out. So there is the Nurse Connect Limited. Nurse Connect Limited. Connect with a K, not a C, okay? Nurse Connect as a nurse, normal nurse, and then Connect, K-O-N-N-E-C-T. Nurse Connect Limited. So they're offering recruitment for nurses, healthcare assistants, senior care workers as well. And then there's the Healthcare Professionals International, including healthcare assistants as well. There's Continental Nurse is only for nurses and midwives, okay? So there is also National Health Solution. National Health Solution. These people are also offering a recruitment, including for healthcare assistants. National Health Solutions. So when you're going through this list, check them out. Just open the site. Like I've literally opened almost oh, Grace, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, we're going to Australia together. I'm literally recruiting people to join me in Australia. I don't want Australia to be boring. So let's go to Australia together. Australia, let's go to Australia together. All right. Send me an email. You can send me a message later on. I will talk. Yes. I've been in Nanelle's channel a couple of times before I finally decided to open mine. Yeah, well, it's nice to have you here as well. Okay. So this list, I'll be leaving it on the description part of the video. There's no point going further with it anymore. Click on it. There are so many. There are 11 pages in it. Don't get bored when you're opening it, because when you open it at times you might want to get bored. Every one you click, when you click on it and you look at it and you're not comfortable, you move to the next one. But bear in mind that these are all confirmed agencies that are recruiting for the NHS, okay? These are all confirmed agencies that are recruiting for the NHS. So sending your applications. You know anybody who has the CV ready, who has cover letters ready, who has NVQ certificates ready, please send this video as well to them. Send this link to them. They still have 3 months. And anything can happen in 3 months, okay? I'm a firm believer of the fact that things can change at last minute. Okay, so don't say, oh, because Home Secretary has made this announcement, so nothing else is going to happen. There is no point trying again. No. Until it becomes a law, I'm still saying what I'm saying, that you can go ahead and send in your application until you can see it clearly where they say you can no longer be able to do this. But for now, it's not been said. Go ahead and send the application, guys. Don't get discouraged. Send your application. Send the application until they say we can no longer accept the application. No, just keep sending your application. This list is here and they are offering. So if you see somebody who is offering, what do? You go and take if it's something you're looking for. Okay, so I will not go further with the list anymore. There are so many of them. So, but then when you're checking them out, remember to check for the ones that are offering for healthcare assistants. Some of them are only offering for nurses and doctors. Okay, more than half of them are offering just for nurses and doctors, and the other half are offering um including the ones for uh carers. Okay, so agencies in NI. I don't think NI is on this list because NI does their own recruitment directly. Okay, so what is it called? Belfast Trust did an open day last month, a recruitment open day last month, and most of the persons that attended that recruitment open day were offered like an opportunity to apply for an instant certificate of sponsorship, like at the spots. At the spots, I'm telling you, no joke. People who attended were offered this thing. So, but then you can still apply. I'm going to send you the link directly, okay? I will check it out and then I'll send you the link directly. Don't worry. Especially for Belfast Trust, at least I'm sure of that one. Since you're already in the UK, getting the link and applying for it, it's way easier for you than somebody from outside, because then you can apply, you can attend the interview face to face. So most times that sort of places you at an edge more than somebody who is outside. Okay, so I'll send you the link for NHS here in the UK. If there is any other person who has any question to ask, I'm still here, and then we can call it a night. But then thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you so much for coming in. Grace, we are going to Australia. Australia, here we come. Yes, so we're going to Australia. Ma, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So this is over 40 minutes. If there is no further questions, I just want to say thank you and appreciate everybody who is able to join. And then we'll be able to call it a night until next time. Okay? So I will see you all. If you have any further question which I didn't attend to, send me an email. I'm very fast and prompt with responding to emails. I'll be able to respond to you. All right? But until next time, I will see you again. And to the last two men standing, I say thank you. And bye. Good night.